Good morning. My name is Rosabel Alday, a student of BSBA MIS, and this is my course project in MIS 6223, Data Communications and Networking 1. And I have chosen a group 1 topics, which are network fundamentals, network types and topologies, and network models. So first, our first topic is network fundamentals. So first, we have to know what is a computer network is. It is a set of computers connected together for the purpose of sharing resources. It is a collection of computing devices that are connected in various ways in order to communicate using electronic means. So components of computers. So computers are connected through either the use of Ethernet cable or through wireless connections. Devices like routers, hubs, and switch make it possible. So we have to determine end devices and the intermediary devices. End devices are hardware components. So these are the computing device that interconnects, which has IP address that is unique for every computing devices. Examples are laptops, personal computers, printers, workstations, smartphones, IP cameras, etc. While the intermediary devices are devices that provides connectivity to the network, connect individual networks and connect segments within the same network. Examples are network access devices like hubs and switches, internetworking devices like routers, communication servers and modems, and the security devices such as firewalls. So these are the commonly used network devices. The first one is hubs. So this is a device connecting multiple computers together and make them perform functions as a single unit. Next is switch. This is a computer networking that connects devices together on a computer network. While router are the small electronic devices that join multiple computer networks together via either or wireless connections. Next one is the NICs or a network interface cards. These are hardware devices that connects a computer with the network. And next is the modem. This is a device or program that enables a computer to transmit data over, for example, telephone or cable lines. So these are the common data network symbols. So this is a symbol of a desktop computer, a laptop, a server, iPhone, LAN media, wireless media, LAN switch, firewall, router, wireless router, cloud, and the WAN media. Application that uses a network are games. First is games. So it allows multiplayer games between various devices. Next is databases. It is a networking makes it possible for different computers to access the same databases. Email, sending and receiving emails is one of the important functions of networks. Video conferencing applications such as WebEx, FaceTime, and Skype is possible because of computer networks. The last one is the FTP or the transfer protocol. It is exchanging files over the web mainly uses network connections. So second topic is network types and topologies. The first one is LAN or the local area network. So it is an individual network that usually spans a single geographical area. It provides services and applications to people within a common organizational structure such as single business, campus, or region. So common LAN devices are switch, hubs, and routers. So this is the sample of a LAN or a local area network. Next is WAN or wide area network. It is often one particular mode on a LAN is set up to serve as a gateway to handle all communication going between that LAN and other networks. It is a network connection between two or more LAN over a potentially large geographic distance. So it is wider than the first one. So communication between networks is called internetworking, and internet is the best example of wide area network. Next one is MAN, or Metropolitan Area Network. A MAN usually interconnects a number of LANs using a high-capacity backbone technology such as fiber, optical links, and provide uplink services to WANs and the internet. A MAN's coverage can span between cities. And next is the client model server. Servers have software installed that enables them to provide information and services like emails or web pages to other hosts on the network. A server is a computer that provides services to other computer known as the clients, while clients have software installed that enables them to request and display the information obtained from the server. So a client or a host can be either a computer hardware or software that access a service from a server. So the relationship between clients and server is known as the client-server model. Next is network design topology. Network design topology is the arrangement of the computers in a network. So this is the first sample of a topology. This is a bus topology. It is a network topology in which every computer and network devices is connected to a single cable. So this is a sample of a bus topology which I made in the Cisco Packet Tracer. So this is the one cable that connected to them. Next is the ring topology. So this is the sample. As you can see, it forms a ring. It is a topology that forms a ring as each computer is connected to another computer with the last one connected to the first. So this is the sample of it. Next is the star topology. It is a type of topology that all the computers are connected to a single hub through a cable. So this is the sample. The one at the middle is the hub that connected all the end devices. Okay, next is a network protocols and communication. So protocols are rules that govern communication. It is made up of a group of related protocols that are necessary to communicate via electronic means. Networking protocols describe processes such as the format or structure of the message. The process by which devices share information about pathways with other networks, how and when error and system messages are passed between devices, and termination data or termination of data transfer session. So these are the commonly used protocols. First is the hypertext. Okay, so hypertext transfer protocol. It is a common protocol that governs interaction between web servers and a web client. Next is TCP, or Transmission Control Protocol. Um, it is the transport protocol that handles the individual conversation between servers and clients, and not just web servers and web clients, but also segregates the HTTP messages into smaller pieces called segments. Internet Protocol, or IP, transfer the formatted segments from TCP, encapsulating them into packets, and designates the appropriate and destination addresses from the original source address of host to the final destination address of host. And then lastly is multiple protocols. The message received by the host usually contains multiple protocols plus the actual data, which the application header or HTTP may or may not exist. In computer networking, we have encapsulation and decapsulation. So encapsulation is a process of taking or wrapping up the data from one protocol and translating it into another protocol so the data can continue across a network. while decapsulation is the inverse of encapsulation process. It is a process of opening packs. Our third topic is a network model. So protocol model, it provides a model that is closely equivalent to the structure of a certain protocol. So reference model, is um, it provides a common reference or maintaining consistency within all types of network protocols and services. So these are the two most well-known network models. The first one is OSI model, or the Open System Interconnect. This is a system that breaks down network function. This is the most popular type of internetwork reference model, and it consists 7 layers. So as you can see, we have 7 layers here, starting from physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation, and the application layer. And then the next one of a well-known network models is the TCP/IP model, or the Transmission Protocol Internet Protocol. Transmission Control Protocol, Internet Protocol. It is also known as DoD, or Department of Defense model. This is the protocol that used in the internet. So it has 4 layers only. Okay, so the network interface, internet, transport, and application layer. So these are the difference of the two. This is the OSI. It has 7 layers. The TCP IP model has 4 layers. Okay, so why 4? Because data link and physical layer of OSI model wrap up in the network access layer of a TCP model. While the uh, network layer in OSI has an internet layer in the TCP IP model. The transport is the same with the transport in OSI is the same with the transport in TCP IP model. While the session layer, the presentation layer, the application layer of an OSI model wrap up all of them here in the application layer of the TCP IP model. So OSI model and TCP IP model comparison, OSI lost out to TCP IP as the protocol suite of the internet. The TCP model is mapped to the OSI model. TCP is the protocol used today, but OSI model is most often used to describe network communication. Okay, so this is the part 2, so we have to answer the questions. Okay, so the first one, so we have to find the prefix length of a um, network address 172.201.95.32 with a subnet mask of 255.255.255.224. So that means I have to count all the ones here from the subnet. So since this is 255, so that means it has 8 ones. So 8, 16, 24, and then so the 224 is 128 plus 64 plus 32. So that means it has 3 ones. So that means 8, 16, 24 plus 3 ones from here equals 27. So the first one, my answer to number 1 is 27 slash 27. Okay, so number 2, we have to find out the broadcast address of this given network address rather. So number 2, how did I get my answer? Okay, so my answer here is 172.201.95.63. Where did I get the answer? So this 224, the last digit here, 224 minus 32. So, okay, so we will calculate. So 224 minus 32 equals 192. Okay, and 128 plus 64 equals 192. So that means I have to add up 32 plus 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 to get 63. That's why my answer is 172.201.95.63. So that is my answer to number 2. And then number 3 is we have to find the subnet mask of 10.10.78.128. Okay, so by comparing the binary of IP address and the binary of the broadcast address, the first 25 are the same for the network. Okay, so it has, okay, so we have to compare number 3. So 111, so we'll get the subnet mask first, and then, okay, so we have to convert it to binaries, which is um, 111, so 8 ones, dot 8 ones, dot 8 ones, dot 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. So that means subnet mask is 255.255.255.128. So the last 3-digit 128 I get was from the ones here. So this is 128. Okay. So my answer is 255.255.255.128. And then number 4 is the gateway address. Okay. So we have to get the gateway address here. So 128 subnet mask indicate that there are, so since this is, it has the last 3-digit of 128, right? So 128 subnet mask indicate that there are 128 addresses in this subnet. Okay? So from 10.10.78.128 to 10.10.78.255, that means the first valid host address is used as a gateway. So that means our gateway would be 10.10.78.129. Okay? So next is number 5. Number 5, so we have to convert this into binary. Okay? So 192 first. 192. So 192, we will get okay, so we will get 192 by adding 128 plus 64. Okay, so that means it will be 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, dot. Okay, so we'll find the 84.84. So it will be 64. It will be 64 plus 16 plus, okay, so it will be 64 plus 16 plus 4. Okay, so that 84 into binary is 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. Okay, next would be 235. Okay, so 235, we can get 235 by adding 128 plus 64 plus 32 plus 8 plus 4 plus 1. Oh, okay. So 128 plus 64 plus 32 plus 8 plus 2 plus 1 equals 235. So therefore, 235 is 1110111 into binary. And then since this is 0, so that means the last part would be 8 zeros. Okay? Next is the broadcast address. So number 6, and then the broadcast address is, my answer is 192.84.235.255, since this is 0. So this is 255. Okay? So next, number 7. So we have to find the prefix length of this. So my answer is slash 26. So where did I get the slash 26? So I get it from here. So I count 8 ones here, 8 ones here, 8 ones here, and then 8, 16, 24, and then 128 plus 64 is 192. 192. That means I have 2 ones on the last part of the subnet mask. Convert into binary. So that means I have 26 ones. Okay, so this is 26 slash 26. Number 8 is find the broadcast address. So number 8, my answer is 172.99.184.127. So I did this last part, 192 minus 64. Okay, so 192 minus 64 equals 128. So that means I have to add up 64 plus 32 plus 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1. So it equals 127. So my answer is 192.99.184.127. Number 9 is the binary of this IP address. So this is 205. Okay, we can get the binary of 205 by adding 128 plus 64 plus 8 plus 4 plus 1. So 205 is 11001101. Okay, and then 36 is, we have to add 32 plus 4. So we have 0010010 for the 36. Okay. Next, it's 72. So 72, we can get 72 by adding 64 plus 8. Okay, so 64 plus 8 is 72. So therefore, binary of 72 is 01001000. And then the last part is 56. Okay, 56. Binary of 56, we can get it by adding 32 plus 16 plus 8 is 56. So therefore, binary of 56 is 001110000. Okay, and then the last one is number 10. So we have to find the broadcast address of this given network address. So what I did was, my answer is 205.36.72.56. Where did I get the answer? So what I did was, from here, the 248. Okay, so 248 minus here, the 56. Okay, so 192. 192 is 128 plus 64. So therefore, I will add 32 plus 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 equals 63. So therefore, my answer is 205.36.72.63. So Yes, and then, so these are my answer. So I get it, and then I got this, and then I explained um, how did I get them. So this is the conversion that I made, okay? And then that's it. Thank you. So once again, this is Rosabel Alday, a BSBA Management Information System student, and this is my student number. That's all. Thank you.